Sweet baby Jesus. How did I get here? I don't know.
You guys, permit me to rant this morning because that is the vibe I am on. Let me tell you something. I have never seen a more cringeworthy, a more terrible date than this in Big Brother's house. In the history of Big Brother's house, I have never seen a more terrible date than this. I wanted to say in my life, but let's not be like I'm doing too much, because what was that?
What was the reason?
It was not giving anything. In fact, it was giving, why did I even come out here? It turned from dinner to breakfast. They went from 7 dinner to 7 breakfast. At some point, Ebuka had to even say, wrap it up. You guys should wrap it up because you're not doing anything right now.
Wrap it up, nigga.
And the thing is that it didn't actually start off bad. Like, it was good at first because when they were inside, he was helping her dress up. And then when they went outside, there was this surprise on their faces when they saw the set. And I was like, okay, we're about to get like a romantic, night. And then they went ahead to sit down. He helped her get food. She was sitting down. He even brought the chair out for her to sit down and served her food. I say, okay, it's about to be a romantic night. We're gonna get some sweet words,
Aww. That's cute. Pretty. Okay. Not bad, Biggie.
And considering the fact that it was quite late, this was like 1:01, I said, okay, I'm staying awake for a good reason. I don't know that it was going to be in vain. Now, it got to a point when she started eating, like when she was ready to eat, I was like, I want to watch you eat. And he was just giving her this look of, you're so beautiful, And I was like, okay, it's all adding up, and we're going to, it's going to keep going up from here, right? Little did I know that look was like, it's like I'm gonna be dealing with you this night kind of look, right? Because later on, everything just went downhill, right? And the time where things started going downhill was when they started to talk, right? So it was almost like she was trying to get him to ask her some questions, get to know me, ask me things, let me express myself kind of thing. And he was just talking about how he cannot really say anything here. The questions he wants to ask her, they are more personal questions, and he will prefer to do that outside. So, okay, what about the non-personal questions? There are certain things that you can ask. Okay, what is your best color? Even if you know her best color before, just ask again. What is it that you like to do when you wake up in the morning? How do you get some things where if you ask the non-personal ones, if you don't want to ask the very personal ones, ask others, right? But then he was just like, I don't want to ask this, I don't want to ask that. Okay, let's say you don't want to talk. Oh yeah, stand up, try and dance. If people should, start something, just do something that seems like it's a bit romantic. Let me not be using romantic here because they don't even know what romantic is all about. Let me just use romantic. Start something, do something sweet, But then he said that she annoyed him earlier on, right? But it was funny that conversation came up at that point, because earlier on, like I said, he was all sweet and everything, and then the next thing is like, oh, you annoyed me earlier on, you told me not to talk to you.
Ask you why, so you're not talking to me.
I think you know why. You just presume that it's just, yeah.
If I didn't know why, I wouldn't ask you.
Okay.
Even though, is it now at that dinner that you will have just one day to have, that you decide that it's here that you now pay back or you now express yourself? Is it now? Why now? Even though there was something, like, you can now use that time, even if you want to use that time to like resolve your issues, you can use that time to say, okay, like, just talk to me, you guys go take one. But it was just like he wasn't really just responding. At some point he started ignoring her. He was not even saying anything.
How did I get here? I don't know.
She was now making statements like, she feels kind of irritated, and she pictured this going differently, but that kind of thing, like just complaining that this is not how I expected the dates to be. And tell him to like try and say, okay, he now say, do you want to go inside? Hey, want to go inside. I want you to try and, I don't know, you guys, like, what I just concluded from what happened last night is that he doesn't like her like that. I wanted to say that he's not just a romantic guy, but then I feel like there are other ways that if you're not expressive, maybe he's just not expressive with his feelings. We have that. But then even if you're not expressive, if you're someone that you really, really care about, you find a way to like just, right? It's not that time you'll not be expressing what the person now did to you earlier on. So it just felt like, I don't really care about how you're feeling right now. I don't care about your feelings. You can show it up, your whatever, right? But then it's actually hard to feel bad for Venita sometimes, because tomorrow she'll say something that she'll still come and say something that will scatter everywhere. It was just very, very somehow. Like, from there, she already had tears in her eyes. I knew that she was going to cry. The conversation now shifted to, I wish you all the best in life. I wish you, it can't be like the breakup will happen yesterday, because the conversation was just like, okay, I wish you the best moving forward. I wish you the best moving forward. But that one, na them sabi, if they reconcile, na them still sabi, because this kind of things, tomorrow night, they will be all yummy, chummy, and all of that. They ended up not staying on the same bed. They slept separately. And when she went upstairs, she was now crying and explaining things to Angel. Apparently, what happened that why she told him not to talk to her in the morning was that he said that he's going to invite her to his child's naming ceremony.
He's making jokes about me coming to his child's naming ceremony, which I thought was a bit weird. He scares me. Yeah.
So I believe, he was joking, but, get as the joke take be. And Angel even reacted, like, you could see that Angel was surprised, like, why would you say that? And with the food, yes, I don't tell you guys. Baba left her there. At the end of the dinner, like, I guess at some point it was just not working, and he just went in. He now carried the food. The food was packed and everything. Carried this inside.
I don't know that I'll come back.
Then don't come back.
I'll carry your ice cream for you. You can carry the 2 drinks. Yeah.
Those inside, they were not even looking for food. They wanted this thing. He said that the bill is finished. He now kept the food in the freezer. I say, go share. What did people share? Imaros did, they shared. Sheikh and Bella did, they shared the food. After a romantic date, we share food now, at least. Then those that were doing, oh, God, when? They ended up now doing, God, I better go. Because the way they were just looking at them when they came in, because Venita was the one that, revealed to them that, things are not, they did not go well. Adekunle just said that she's out there still chilling, and then they were just like, ha. Okay, so I am done with my rant. Let's now talk about their wager presentation. So the judges that came were Big Baby Bree, and then we had Anto and we had Jeff. The way Adekunle was just smiling when he saw Brian, it was just like, yo. And then Pepper them housemates, like Mercy was very excited when Jeff was called in and all of that. So those were the judges. Now, time for presentation. Ilebai came out first, did the introduction, and she was just giving different accents in one, shyness. I was like, what's going on, Ilebai? Is it Brian? Because you guys know that Ilebai and Brian, they kind of like not really had a theme per se, but there was the small story there. So I'm like, I'm not understanding the twisting of body, I've
already introduced myself and said the things I want you guys to know. So, but I also forgot to say something. I would like you guys to please keep a pen and a paper beside you, because trust me, you're going to learn a lot from this. Our first column, our first inventor.
Oh, maybe just me, maybe I was just the one seeing things. So they now came out to present their inventions. We had Perez, Sisi, Soma. They were the first to come out. They were now talking about their robotic vehicle that transmits holographic images. Just explaining what they had created to, us and the judges.
It's a robotic vehicle. It's also motion controlled. It transmits holographic images of yourself to the other person wherever they are in the world.
All you need to do is to walk into this device and you have your partner throughout the day, as long as you want your partner to be there with you.
So the judges this time around, they were so serious. As they were talking, they were just jotting things down. I said, why so serious? And people that said that if they lose the wager, it has nothing to do with like their food supplies, like for next week. So I guess this time around they wanted to be more critical since it's not really affecting them so much, but there are some special treats that he said he's not going to give them if they lose the wager, right? So they said, okay, I'm going to really judge you guys very like strongly. So they were really jotting things down. The second invention that they presented, it was from Cross and Venita. So it was just like, it was more virtual reality.
So once you turn this on, you're literally going to go into a digital space where you have your home, assist mode, social media, face key, and blockchain, and log out. In your settings, you'll be able to analyze everything that's going on this particular device. And you have your home profile.
So the next invention was from Adekunle, and it was just very simple and straight to the point. It just had to do with using waste to create footwears, right? So he just showed the process from beginning, where it's going to like just check your feet, know whatever needs to be done, and then, you know, he showed everything, and it actually looked really good. Like, it seemed like something that would really be nice, right?
And then it scans your feet. It records everything. What this system does is it essentially allows you pick color, design, pattern, preference. This is the chute that essentially allows you to deposit your trash. It processes the material, which then goes through this chute, and then it comes to the printer and essentially emolds the shoe. So
it was time for the judges to judge. Yo, the way they judge this thing there, Mariah just ended up by saying that, okay, nice. You know, I liked this idea. I like the second one. He liked the second one. The first one, he said, not very futuristic and all of that. And then the last one, he liked it, but said it's not related to social media. Because I think the wager presentation has to do with social media. I don't think I really heard the full thing, but yeah.
I don't quite see the problem that is solving 50 years from now that devices here can't solve. I like the fact that the third design solves like two problems at once and is very efficient, but I don't see how it ties to social media.
And that was his own judgment. And then for Anto, she had like the same critical like judgment, saying that the first, you know, these are things that we already have. So in 50 years from now, you cannot be, this is not what you should be thinking. You're supposed to be thinking further, and these are things that are already there, being developed. It's just like small things that were added to it. So that was just her own. She also liked Adekunle's invention the most, right?
I do like the holographic item. Most of my family is outside, so I would love to be able to interact with them. The second one doesn't really seem as futuristic. I do like the third one the most. I'm all about sustainability. What should have been your goal was trying to solve world problems.
And then when it was time for Jeff, he started off by telling them that they should take a moment of silence for Mohbad. And then that's why he now revealed to them that he's no more, right? You know, they were just like quite surprised by that. But, you know, they took a moment of silence. And I believe, you know, we should also do that here.
Before I proceed, I'd just like to ask for a moment of silence for a star, Mohbad, that has recently passed from us.
Okay, so for that move, some people had a lot to say about, like, oh, why did you reveal to them? Who sent you? Who did, like, why would you do that, right? For me, I honestly did not have an issue with it because, number one, I feel like if Biggie did not tell him to do that, I don't think he would have done that. Sometimes they tell them things to say and not to say. They know that they're not supposed to talk about the outside world like that. So I believe he maybe made him do that. And if not, I don't think it's an information that would change the dynamics of the game. It wouldn't change anything per se. It's not like he went in there and said, oh, this person, we are doing good outside and all of that. It's not really information that would change anything. It's just, you know, they know about it. And they don't even really react like that. When they went inside and they wanted to talk about it, they were trying to like caution the conversation. They were like, maybe Jeff was not meant to say it. Let them know now. Escalate it more. That's why they didn't talk about it. They just, you know, just left it, right? So I guess when they come out, they'll see what is going on the outside. So at the end of the day, the judgment from Brian was 2. He gave them 2. Anto gave them 2. Jeff gave them 2.5.
My overall score is 2.
So for my score, I will also rate a 2 over 5.
I'll give it 2.5.
Big Brother now came and scattered the entire table. He said that I told people to give us something futuristic. 50 years from now, this was your last opportunity to really like show what you can do. Use your imagination. But this is what you guys have presented. It did not meet expectations. All stars, if people cannot be doing like that, you need to give us something. You need to deliver, to think. I feel like they just do. They don't really like putting their creative juice into some of their wager tasks.
Your presentation was devoid of innovation and imagination. You treated your last hurrah with disdain. You have lost your wager.
For the Oraimo task, let's just briefly talk about it. A lot happened before they went into the arena, but I said I'm not gonna talk about it. People are not gonna stress me in this house. Like the whole game master, no game master thing, I've decided to skip that, you guys. So let's just move on to how the task went. So we had Ilebaye as the game master, and the quiz session, there was a funny question that was asked. The thing reached Saga and Nini outside. So they were asking about sheeps in the house, sheeps that started in the house, and that's when they mentioned Saga and Nini. I say, hey?
Which of these HMS ships started in BBN house? A. Nini and Saga. B. Pere and Sisi. C. Ozo and Dorothy. D. Neo and Alex. E. Shea and Ilebaye.
Nini and Saga.
Oraimo, what are you trying to do? We even had Sisi and Pere as part of the options. So for the first part, they basically painted on some drawings and presented it. Then they spoke about Afrobeats. And then for the dance part, the guys were giving high school dance movies, Step Up and Co type of dance. It was quite funny to me, just seeing all of that, right? And then they had to assemble Oraimo items in their packs, just the way it came, like the new pack. They looked at it and then assembled it in their, just the way it comes when it's new, right? And then at the end of the day, the guys won, right? The guys won with the game master, that is Ilebaye. So that was the win for yesterday, right? So yeah, that's pretty much okay. The guys, they're done. I don't even know. Yeah, that's it for this video. I do not think I missed out on anything. Yes, Ilebaye in her diary room session, she told me whether that if they lose their wager, right? Because we were asking if you lose your wager, what would you like? If you win your wager, what would you like? If you lose, what would you like? Ilebaye said that they should lock some of them inside another room. Herself exempted, they should lock some of them inside another room.
If they lose the wager, because I'm positive, you lock the rest of the house in one room. Then you keep me in one room and play a very nice cool song for me. And you still treat me special throughout the week, because I know I try my possible best.
Big brother, are you going to do that? I would like to see that actually. Just lock all of them, but including the head of house. In fact, she'll be at the forefront as the head of house. As she let them all be there for like one day. They'll bring that. It's either they'll bring down Big Brother's house or they'll reconcile. How is that gonna be? So yeah, I think that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and do not forget to give this video a thumbs up, and I'm going to see you on the next one.